The views and opinions expressed in this broadcast do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions of WBGR Network.
Hello and good morning to Connecting to Spirit with Stacy. My name is Stacy Niedenthal. I'm a psychic medium. I'm a spiritualist. I'm a shaman. I'm a child of God. And I come to you every Tuesday and I talk to you about connecting to spirit, connecting to your loved ones who have crossed over, connecting with your angels. And when we have this time together, I would like to have you call in at 301-429-9247 to talk to me about angels, to have me do a live angel card reading on you. Now, when we before we start, I want to set my intention so you know who I am and what I'm about, and then we're going to just talk a little bit about going and seeing a medium. So my name is Stacy. I'm a child of God. I'm a spiritual healer and I'm a shaman, and I've been given a gift from God to channel spirit using love and light for my higher good and the higher good of those that God puts in my path. I am not the medium that says I see death all around you and you're going to be dead in 10 days. My gift, my prayer is that God, that spirit, that angels will bring in the most loving message to help your spirit heal. And I have it set up that when spirit comes through to my right. And spirit's anyone who has been of this earth and has crossed over. Angels come through on my left. And when I first started seeing, hearing, feeling, I couldn't discern what was the difference between angels and spirit. So that's how I have my boundary set up, that if it's spirit, they will pull me to the right, and if it's angels, they will pull me to the left. I don't argue with spirit. They give me a message for you, for me, for today, or for tomorrow. So sometimes when you see a medium, they may say things that don't completely make sense at the time, but know that they will. If I hear Raspberry Pi, if I don't say it, my angels, my guides will continue to say it louder and louder, just like a kid will, Mom, 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 until I say it. You might be at the grocery store in a couple weeks and you see Aunt Nan's Raspberry Pi, and all of a sudden you realize that your aunt had a bakery and she was known for Raspberry Pi. So that's how I set my intentions up. I never want to make anything fit when you come and see me. So if I have a male energy coming through, it's not going to be Aunt Nan. There are a few times that it is Aunt Nan if she was like very masculine, but that it's very few that happens. So I want to talk to you a little bit about going and seeing a medium. And of course, you know, the phones are open. There are two lines, 301-429-9247. You know, feel free to call in. If it goes to voicemail, call back. It just means the two lines are busy. So when you go and set an appointment with a medium, if you want to come and see me, you would call me and schedule an appointment. Now, I am booked out till like April and May. But we would set an appointment for either a daytime appointment or an evening appointment. What I like to do is I like to take the month and the day of your birth, so that a half hour before you come in, I can meditate on you, I can meditate on spirit, and I can bring spirit through. I require a half deposit down to hold your appointment. That way I know that you're going to come. So before you go and see a medium, you want to be open to it. You want to ask your loved ones to come in. You want to maybe bring something with you that was theirs. Many times I've had people come in and they'll sit with their arms crossed. They won't even make eye contact with me. I generally will ask them, I need you to open up your arms. I need you to think of the most loving thing possible in your heart and allow spirit to come in. Now, just because they come in and they have their arms crossed, it doesn't mean that they don't believe or they're skeptical. They may be nervous. They may not exactly know who's going to come through. But you just need to be open to receive the messages that your loved ones want to bring through. So my sessions, they last about an hour. Sometimes they're a little long, longer than that, but that is for a private session. I also do group sessions where I will come to you. I just was in Philadelphia on Sunday and did 2 wonderful group readings. And when I do the group readings in your home, they're small, intimate readings. So I don't like to have more than 10. My minimum is 5, but I don't really like to have more than about 10 people. I want to make sure in an intimate reading that everybody receives a message, whether it be from spirit or whether it be from angels. And no medium can guarantee the person is going to come through that you want to come through. What I generally do is after I connect with a loved one for you and I tell you what their message is, once they pause, I'll ask you, is this the main person that you wanted to come through, or was there someone else? And if there was someone else, I ask you their name, I'll write it down, I sit for a few seconds, and then I try and connect with them. Most cases I can bring them through, occasionally I can't. So know that if you are seeking out and thinking about going to see a medium, if they say, oh, I guarantee I can bring your loved one through, run. Because nothing's a guarantee. If spirit doesn't have a message for you, if you are not open to receive that message, if spirit is doing something else, I know it's kind of funny to think about that, but our loved ones, when they go into the spirit world, they basically have jobs, they have things to do. They, whether they're overseeing your family, maybe there's a loved one of theirs that's in the hospital that's getting ready to cross and they're going to be with them. But in most cases, I can pull through who you're looking for, but like I said, it's not a guarantee. So what I generally do is when I'm meditating on your name, I will pull a medicine card on you. And a medicine card just connects me with your spirit and lets me know where you're at in life. Let's say, I'm trying to think of one. Let's say I pull the prairie dog on you. When you think about the prairie dog, there's several holes. So the prairie dog has lots of places to escape. So depending on if the prairie dog is right side up or upside down for you, it may let me know that you're being backed into a corner and you don't have a place to escape, or you've got a good plan and you take very good care of yourself. So that's kind of how the medicine cards work. Again, feel free to call in at 301-429-9247. I'd love to talk to you this morning and pull some angel cards on you. I see we've got several of my friends that are watching. So good morning, Kim. Good morning, Andrea. Good morning, Desiree. It's good to see you guys this morning. Yes. So I wanted to differentiate between angels and spirit. So angels are with us all the time, and angels are angelic beings that have never been on this earth. And you'll see me, I just did it a second ago, you'll see me from time to time where I'll turn to the left and I'll listen to see what they're guiding me to say. So with my guides, with my angels, they help me on a daily basis, whether they are pushing me into a direction that I need to go in, whether I'm comfortable with it or not, but I'll feel that tug, that pull, that passion inside of something that I need to do. There are also times when I'll go to do something and I feel like they're pushing me away. So I know that, this is not the right time for me to be doing this. Even if it feels like deep within my spirit that it's something I need to do, if I feel like I'm being pushed back, I know that I'm being protected and now is not the right time. We are all put here on this earth for a reason, and God would not leave you here without guidance. And God is the Almighty who will guide and protect you and show you the things that you need to do. But know that He has a legion of angels, of archangels, of spirit guides around you that will help you do the things that you need to do. So again, the number is 301-429-9247. Feel free to call in. I'd love to do an angel card pull on you. What I'm going to do, I've been shuffling these messages from angels for a little while. And when I was driving in from Chambersburg, I felt the need to kind of pull a card. First of all, and I should have said this in the very beginning, I'm asking all of you to send prayers and good vibes to friends and family that are in Tennessee. A lot of devastation went through there. I don't know if it was last night or early this morning, but my husband and I visited Tennessee a couple years ago, and I fell in love with the town. And now to hear and see that a tornado has come through and wiped a lot of it out, really pulls at my heartstrings. So I'm asking for each of you to, send love, send vibes, send healing and protection for the service people, whether they're ambulance, fire, whatever, to protect them as well, and to guide and protect those that were involved in it, the business owners, the tourists that were there, the people who live there. They're going to need to basically start over. And if they can feel our energy, if they can feel our vibration, that's sending them a lot of love and a lot of help. So I'm asking that you send good vibes to Tennessee. So I want to pull a message from our guides just to see overall, for those who are watching, what our angels are telling us to do. And this is gonna kind of be even like what my mantra, what my outlook is for the day. I don't pull an angel card on myself every day, but just to see what my guides are telling me that I need to think about today. So what they're telling me for the group, for whether it's Tennessee, since I was just talking about Tennessee, but what they want you to do is they want you to have an attitude of gratitude. There are so many things in this world that we already have, and granted, there are so many things in this world that we need. But when you have an attitude of gratitude, when you are thankful for those small things that you have, that's when the bigger things come in. We tend to overlook those small miracles. And I will tell my clients when my guides are guiding them to have that attitude of gratitude. You woke up this morning, man, that was miracle number one. You opened your eyes. You could sit up. You could get out of bed. You could go to the bathroom. You could make yourself coffee. Break yourself breakfast. Take your dog out. These are the things that you want to be grateful for every single day. Oh, I woke up with my eyes. Good morning, Lord. How are you doing this morning? Thank you for allowing me to open my eyes and see. But when you see the things and you're grateful for the things that you've always had, that's when those other things will come through. So when you have that attitude of gratitude, they're telling you to let go of ego. We feel like we need everything. We feel like we can do everything. We feel like we don't need help sometimes. That's all ego. God will give you what you need when you need it. And sometimes you need help. So when God puts someone in your path to help you, allow them to help you. Let go of ego. That's you trying to do everything yourself. You don't want to do that. It's too heavy. It's too big of a burden. Allow friends, allow family, allow strangers to help you when you need help. Because worry is a wasted emotion. When you spend time worrying, then you're not letting go of things, and then you're not having that attitude of gratitude. So when you think about worry, think about two things. Worry. Do I need to worry about this? Is there something that I can do about it? If the answer is no, breathe through it, give it to God, give it to the universe, and let it go. If there's nothing that you can do about it, why waste your energy worrying about it? Point number 2, worry. Can I do something about it? Yeah, I can. Then do it. When we procrastinate over things, that draws it out longer, and that makes us worry more. So when there's something that you're concerned about, and I do it as well. If there's something that you're worried about and you can do something about it, do it. Stop whatever you're doing when it comes to your head. stop what you're doing and complete the task. Because once you complete it, you're going to go, oh my gosh, I've been worried about this and there wasn't any reason to worry. It took me literally 10 minutes to do it. So think about the things that you're worrying about. Let go of ego and know that you can't always do things yourself. And have that attitude of gratitude. Be grateful for the things that are in front of you, the things that are there. You know, you've got food in the refrigerator, you have a roof over your head, you have heat, you have a vehicle to drive. You know, whatever those things are, you have clothes to wear. Be grateful for that. I have a loving husband. Oh my gosh, I'm so grateful for that. I have 3 healthy children. And with my 3 healthy children, I have healthy grandchildren and grandpups, you know. Be grateful every day for that. Because when you change your perspective, the outcome will change. So that's just how the angel card readings work. So if you're curious or you have a question, give us a call at 301-429-9247, and we'll pull some cards. I do have several decks with me. I've got the messages from angels. I have Earth Warrior. I have an energy deck, a life purpose card, an angel deck, and then Soul Journey. So we can talk about whatever questions that you may have that's coming up. Please know, I don't like to do relationships, and I don't like to do health unless they bring it forward in the reading. I am not a fortune teller. I'm not going to tell your fortune. I'm not going to tell you what's coming in the future, and I'm not going to I'm not going to tell you, oh yes, the relationship you're in, unless it comes up during the reading. I deal basically with angels and guides and spirit, and I feel like when it comes to relationship and health, things can change instantly. I can say to you, oh yes, your health is great and everything is wonderful for you, don't worry. And you get in the car and someone else who is having a bad day, whose angels, you know, are saying you need to slow down, they run into you, they're cause a car accident, and now your health is not so good. So know that your angels want to give you messages about where you're at right now, things you need to release, things you need to work on, and that is one of the things that I strive to help you with as a medium, as well as a psychic with the angel cards. So we were talking about coming to see a medium. So I do have different hours that you can call and set up with me. I can do days and evenings. If you are out of town, we can do it through Zoom. We can do it through Messenger. I do like to see your face so that I can connect with your energy. It helps for me if I can look in your eyes when I first start so that I know that I'm connected with your energy. So when you go and you see a medium, like I said, be open. Know that it's going to be a healing process. If it doesn't feel like it's a healing process, maybe this isn't the right medium for you. And if you go and you have a bad experience, try not to stereotype all mediums as that type of a medium. You know, just like there's different types of baseball players and there's different types of musicians, there are different types of mediums out there. There was someone who was missing in our local area, and I had several people get in touch with me, you know, can you help find them? That's not my specialty. It's something that I'm working on with pictures, with items, with objects, when I don't have the actual person in front of me who is connected with them. So it is something that I've been working on and training on. But there are lots of mediums, there are lots of psychics out there that can do that, and that's what their specialty is. I feel like my specialty is connecting you with your loved one, as well as letting you know what angels are around you. So we're going to take a brief commercial break, and when we come back, give me a call, 301-429-9247. The number's back here as well. I would love to talk to you today about your angels. So I will be back in a minute right after this commercial break. Bye-bye.
If you're a product of the 60s, 70s, and 80s, or wish that you were, then you'll want to step inside Hip Gypsy Emporium for a trip back in time. We're a kindred spirits treasure trove located in the former Duffield School in Chambersburg. We offer home, garden, and vintage, clothing and jewelry, soaps and fragrances, teas and honeys, oils and crystals, products from local vendors and artisans, and Christmas items 365 days a year. Hip Gypsy Emporium, located at 2168 Mont Alto Road in Chambersburg.
Hello and welcome back to Connecting to Spirit with Stacy. My name is Stacy Niedenthal. I am a psychic medium. I'm a child of God, and I'm a spiritual healer. And I come to you on Tuesday to talk to you about death and dying, to talk to you about spiritualism, to talk to you about your angels and different guides. And today we're doing a call-in show, so if you have a question that you want me to pull an angel card for you on, call in at 301-429-9247. What I was talking about before that was seeing a medium. So when you go and you see a medium, you want to, the best way, this is just my opinion, the best way to find a medium is through a referral. Ask your friends. There are friends of yours, even though you may think not, there are friends of yours who have gone to see a medium. Ask for referrals. Go on a Facebook page and look up psychic mediums. On my page on Connecting to Spirit with Stacy, I do live angel card readings. I've got reviews on there. Come and check it out. If you feel drawn to me, give me a call, message me, email me, and we can set up a reading. But you want to feel comfortable with that person. And, you know, it's not one of those things that you need to be afraid of. I deal in love and light, so know that, like, the negative things aren't going to come in. I don't allow negativity to come in. So you're not going to come into my room and I'm going to go, oh my gosh, I see, oh, you know, I'm not going to tell you, you know, oh, you know, you're only going to be here for another 6 months. Oh, it's not that. It's connecting with the loved ones that are around you. And when you connect with them, when you're sitting in front of me, I will hear mom or sister or father or brother. And spirit comes in levels to me. So depending on where they're standing by you, I kind of know who they are. So if they're at your shoulders, I know it's brother, sister, husband, wife. If they're kind of at your ears, I know it's mother, father. A little bit higher, grandfather, grandmother. When it's a little bit further out, it's aunt, uncle. So these are just signs and symbols of what they give to me to let me know who they are to you. And when you go to a medium, it's one of those things you don't want to give them too much information up front. And when you sit in a room with me, I will say to you, you know, I have a father figure, you know, Doug or Danny. Did he have a D name, first, middle, or last? Because they'll give me a name. All I need from you is, oh yes, his name was David. Okay, David. I have David here, and here's what he's saying to you. If you sit in front of a medium and she says something like that and you go, maybe, it doesn't help. I don't want you to say, oh yes, my father was David and he died in a car accident and we had, then all I need is what his first name was. And then I will continue with it. So it's kind of a fine line in between how much information that you want to give to a medium when you go and you see one. Be open to talk, but know that the medium might go, hold on a second, that's enough information. I just had someone message me. Patty Johnson, yes, I do connect with spirit and I do speak with spirit. So if that's something that you're interested in, what you would need to do is connect with me and we would set up an appointment for that. While I do the angel card readings, in most cases, spirit does not come through, but occasionally they will. So know that when you call in, spirit might come through, but for the most part, we're just doing angels. So we were talking about, I'm like going back and forth, and I'm very sorry for that. They're chattering quite a bit with me. So what they're letting me know is when you go and you talk to a medium, you're healing, you're connecting with your loved one who is crossed. Most people will want to know that their loved one is okay. Know that your loved ones are okay. They're in spirit. They have left their body and they have moved into spirit. Their soul is at rest, and then they have moved into spirit. And they are completing the things that needed to be completed while they were on this earth, or they have other jobs to do, whether they are now guardian angels over car accidents or over a specific nurse or something like that. So know that, and I know that sounds kind of strange. What do you mean they have jobs to do? I can imagine my mom is probably tending the garden and singing in the choir, because my mom was that gardener person. So, give me a call, 301-429-9247, and let's talk. So I do have different angel cards here in front of me. And when you come in to talk to me, like I said, I do the medicine card. And then what I'll do is I pull from an angel card deck, past, present, future, your path, and your challenge. And what this does, it lets me know what your angels are telling you has happened in the past. And maybe, maybe it says new beginnings. I'll just pull that one for an example. So if new beginnings comes in your past card, it lets me know, the angels are letting me know that you were struggling for quite a while and you had to start over. It's showing up in your past because that starting over was it was very difficult for you, but you've been able to work through it. And then I'll say what the present is, what's going on right now. And we'll just do an example. So let's just say forgiveness and guardian angels is what comes through. So it lets me know that your guardian angels are around you right now and helping you through forgiveness from the new beginnings, the things that you needed to go through. Then there's a future card. So I have emerging, and that would let me know that you're walking into your own. It's something that, and I feel like, I don't know if there's someone out there named Connie that's watching, because I keep hearing Connie. So I'm just going to write that name down, Connie. But Connie, I feel like this particular draw is for you. And it lets me know that you're emerging. You're letting go of those things that no longer serve you, and you're allowing yourself to soar. Like I feel like your wings are out and you're flying high. And they're making me extremely warm. I know I'm here in the lights, but I'm a very cold person. So when I get warm, I know that the message that they're giving is very important. And then I would do the path. So the path would be through freedom and through manifestation. So you have to manifest what you want your day to be, what you want your week to look like, what you want your life to look like. Visualize it, see yourself in it, manifest it. Don't put the cop-out words is what they're telling me. Don't put those words in there. Don't say, I hope, or maybe, or if you feel. No, this is what I want. I need you to put me in the path to give me that. And know that that's what's going to give you freedom. Freedom is allowing your spirit to be who you are. For some reason, we've been taught we need to be like other people. I remember my mom was always that person that would say, oh, what are the neighbors going to think? Oh, what's so-and-so going to say? You know what? I don't care. This is who I am. If they say or whatever they want, you know what? It's not my business what they think about me. Okay, thank you. It's my business what I think about myself. And then for the challenge, I have body care. So body care is not paying attention to the body. So for Connie, or for the C name that sounds like Connie, taking care of your body is going to give you freedom because you're manifesting, you're emerging, you're forgiving, your guardian angels are around, and it's all part of a new beginning. So I have a caller on line 1, and we're going to go to that call right now. Hi, this is Stacy, Connecting to Spirit. How are you?
Good. How are you, Stacy?
I'm good. Who am I talking to?
Donna Hammond.
Hi, Donna. Where are you calling?
Hello.
Where are you calling from? Is that Waynesboro?
No, I'm working in Wilmington, Delaware.
Oh, you're in Wilmington. Wow. Okay. And did you have a particular question today that you wanted answers from your guides, or just a general reading?
A general reading will be fine.
Okay. Okay. So let me. Okay. All right. So I'm going to do the messages from guides and see what information that they want to bring through for you.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So the first card that I pulled for you is Journey Within. So your guides are telling me that, and I feel like you're already starting this journey from within, like you're taking that deep look at yourself, trying to figure out kind of where you have been, where you want to be, and the things that you need to let go of. I feel like you've been cutting several cords of some negative energy that's been around you. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So while you're cutting those cords, they're validating that abundance is your right. So if you're contemplating, or if you're thinking, did I make the right decision by cutting these cords? Know that your angels, know that your guides are letting you know that you're making the right decision. You need to feel abundant with yourself and with your surroundings. It's almost like I feel like you're creating a new sacred space, like you're cleaning out the energy that was around you, and you're bringing in new energy. Does that sound?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then they want to validate that they want you to live your bliss. So those things, if money and time were no object at all, what would you be doing? How would you be feeling about yourself? Because we're only on this world, on this earth, for a very short time. So why not live your bliss? So what the guides are telling me is, but I feel like they're giving you kudos for doing this journey within and cutting away and cutting back the negative energy, realizing that you need to be abundant, you need to feel good, and you need to live your bliss. Does that make sense to you, Donna?
Yes.
Okay.
Wonderful.
All right. Well, thank you so much for calling in.
Okay. Thank you, Stacey.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
So as you can see, the angels, they will say different things for different people. They were already knowing that Donna was cutting the cords and doing that journey within. And a lot of us, that's something that's so very important to do. There's so many things that are going on in this world. How many times do you hear people have anxiety and depression and stress? Those are like 3 buzzwords that are out in this world so much. And there's so many people that are on medication for anxiety, stress, and depression. And not that the medicine isn't going to help you, but I really feel like when you journey from within and you get to what the root cause is of the stress, of the depression, of the anxiety, and you can face it head on and you can release it, then that stress and that anxiety and that depression goes away. I suffered from anxiety for quite a few years, where I would have 15, 20 panic attacks a day. I felt like my tongue was swelling, and I couldn't swallow, and I couldn't talk, and I couldn't breathe. I couldn't be around ticking clocks. I couldn't go outside. I couldn't go inside. I couldn't make decisions. It was a difficult time for me. I don't feel like I was suicidal, but I understood suicide, and that scared the living crap out of me. And I went to a doctor, and he prescribed medicine, and I went to a counselor and helped work through some things. And the medicine, although it helped, it just kind of masked what was going on. The counseling, the deep look within, is what truly helped me. And even after I was finished with the counseling, I came to find out that Spirit was connecting with me and getting in my face, and that was a lot of what my anxiety was. And once I opened up to Spirit and I trusted God and allowed God to show me where He wanted me to be, like I don't have anxiety, I don't have depression, and I don't have stress for the most part like I used to. I'm not on meds. I know I'm protected. And I'm telling you, God, the universe, angels, they can do the exact same thing for you. So, do we deal with stress on a daily basis? Absolutely. But you have to learn to walk through it. Are there things that get us depressed? Absolutely. But we need to walk through it. We need to pull ourselves out of it. Anxiety attacks are the worst thing in the world. Because 1 minute you're fine, and the next minute, like, your world's closing in and you feel like you're falling and you can't breathe and you get anxious. Well, there are tricks to that, where when you feel an anxiety attack coming on, you look for 5 things that you can touch, that you can move, and that make you feel good. Over there's the door. I can open up the doorknob and I can walk through. There's a light switch. I can turn the lights on and it will bring me light. Here's a chair that I can sit down and I can relax and then I can breathe. And here are my angel cards that I can connect with my angels and they can give me a different view on things. And there's my coat, and my coat brings me warmth and I can pick it up and put it on or take it off. It's one of those things where the right brain and the left brain need to almost challenge each other. So that's why you want to find 5 things that you can touch, that you can move, and that make you feel good. Because the one side of the brain is number oriented, and the other side of the brain is emotions and movement. And what that does is, instead of the world closing in on you, it allows you to look out. And you may be looking at these things quickly, but you want to take that deep breath as you're finding these things and realize that the world is not closing in, that there are plenty of escapes, there are plenty of things that are around you that can help you. So that is for a panic attack. Excuse me one second. So I know that there are more of you watching. Sorry, I grabbed some ice. I know that there are more of you watching that have questions. You just haven't called in. Donna's been our first brave person that called in. 301-429-9247. We only have about 25 minutes left. Last week, oh my goodness, I think we had 12 or 15 callers and people were calling in afterwards as well. So pick up the phone and give me a call, and we'll do some angel card readings. If you are interested in doing a private reading with me, if you want to connect with Spirit, just go to my Facebook page, Connecting to Spirit with Stacy, and send me a message. Watch my videos, look at my reviews. If you're interested in having a group where I come to you, or you're a business owner and you want to have a gallery, again, or you can email me at connectingtospiritwithstacy@gmail. But you will never, it's hard for me, I don't want to say you will never, it's hard for me to explain what the feeling is from having a reading until you actually have one. Till you actually know that, oh my gosh, my loved one is right here with me. I had a group the other night, and sometimes dogs or cats will come through. Like a dog will give me their paw, or I'll feel them breathing. Cats will jump up on my lap and they'll like pop at my nose. So the other night I had a group reading, and I had this woman that was sitting on my right, and her horse came through, and I could see the horse. It was a brown horse. It had the white, going down the face. And I'm explaining this horse, and it's walking towards me. And you know how like a Tennessee Walker will like gallop a little bit? It did that with its right paw. I said, I don't understand. Like, it's walking normal to me, but it's putting its right, not paw, hoof out in front of me. It's calling attention to this. And she said he had a white hoof. So it was very interesting for me to have a horse come through and point out the fact that, it had a white hoof. I haven't delved into animal communications yet. Maybe that's where they're leading me. I think that would be pretty amazing, but we'll see what happens with that. Again, 301-429-9247. Give me a call and let's talk about your angel cards. So let's talk a little bit about group readings. So if you choose that you want to have me come to you for a group, you would connect with me, like I said. I do require a deposit. Each participant pays a certain amount. And what I will do is I set my intention. And if there are, let's say that there are 10 people there, I work very hard to make sure that everyone receives a reading. So I had a group the other night, and a gentleman lost his daughter. And when she came through, like, she was standing kind of like right in front of me, and did she have very long hair? And he said, yes, she did. And she had died unexpectedly, and he asked how she passed, because the location where she was found made everybody believe that it was one thing, but it was actually another. And if it would have been an overdose or a suicide, what they'll do is they'll touch my arm, or they'll say, that they choked on something, and I'll know. But she was going up like this and up into her head, and she said embolism. And I know guess I think I know that an embolism is, kind of like a clot or something, and then when it breaks through, it's an aneurysm. So what I was feeling was that she had had an embolism, and her father said that he had an embolism. So when they come through, they're just validating how they're passing. They're validating, like dad with the embolism. They're validating different things. There was a woman the other night as well, whose, I believe it was her husband, came through, and it was very pertinent for him to call attention to the month of February. And she was like, oh my gosh, I just had to let go of something that was his. I wasn't sure if I did the right thing, and I just did it last month. So he was validating her letting go of something that was his last month, letting her know it was okay to move on. And this is how spirit, this is how energy comes through to let you know you're okay, to let you know they're okay. Believe me when I tell you, the last thing spirit wants you to do is to be sad and in a bad way and not move forward. Because just because they're not still here on this earth doesn't mean that you don't still have a life that you need to move forward on. And what they want you to remember is all the memories of things that you had with them, instead of thinking about all the things that have been taken away from you. There are several clients that I've worked with that they've lost their father, and they feel that they can't get married now because they don't have their father to walk them down the aisle. Believe me, your father's not going to miss your wedding. You may not feel or see him, but he's going to be there. And if you ask him, he will give you a sign to let you know that he's there. I went to a wedding, I don't know, maybe 2 years ago, and the woman that was getting married had a very close relationship with her mom, and she was upset that her mom wasn't going to be there. And she had said to me, when I was getting dressed and I was getting ready, I could feel the presence of her. So we're sitting in the, it was like an outdoor ceremony, but it was like a barn church. And we're sitting outside, and just as they announced these two to be husband and wife, this white dove flew in and sat like on the dormer or on the beam, like right in front of them. Mom was there. Oh, it gives me chills just to think about it. Mom was there. Don't think spirit's not going to be around you. Are they with you 24/7? No. But they're with you in those important parts, in those milestones of your life. You know, whether when you're having a child, or you're graduating from school, you're getting married, you know, the different things in your life, they're there with you. And know that when it does come that time when you are getting ready to pass, you're going to see them. They're going to be in front of you. If you've ever walked through death with someone, sometimes they get agitated in the end. Sometimes they might say, "Oh, look, so and so's here." You know, right there's one of the women the other night told me when one of her parents were getting ready to leave, she kind of woke up in a jolt and she was like, "Oh my God, right there's Daddy." She saw the spirit of her father, of her loved one that was there getting ready to help her cross over. If you feel like your loved one is getting agitated towards the end, sometimes it's difficult for them to let go of the earth, of the human connection that they have here, because they're seeing spirit on the other side. They want to go to spirit. Their spirit, their soul is ready to move forward, but that human mind, you're sitting there, you're holding their hand, you're asking them not to go. It's hard for them, and sometimes they may get agitated. So if you see that happening, if you're holding their hand, maybe just put your hand on top of them and on top of theirs and rub it and just say, "It's okay. I'm going to be okay. If you need to move forward, it's okay." Talk to your loved ones. Don't, and again, this is my opinion. This is what I hear and feel from spirit. If your loved one is getting ready to cross over and they want to talk to you about death, as difficult as it may be for you, allow them to talk about death. It's just, they might be afraid, or maybe they feel like they need to tell you one last thing. try not to say, oh, we're not going to talk about that. You're not going to die today. And it's hard. It's hard. I had, a friend of mine that when I went to see her when she was getting ready to cross, it was difficult for me to say, oh, you're not dying today. You're not leaving me today. Because I knew it was coming very soon. So I just sat and I held her hand and I, prayed with her. And we just talked about things. And I told her how much I loved her and how much she loved, she told me how much she loved me. And I was able to speak with her. Now, when I went, this is funny, when I went to the hospital to see her, she had actually had her daughter call me to come and see her. She was asleep. So I spoke to her daughter for a little while, and I thought, no, she's not going to sleep. She's getting ready to cross over. This is going to be one of the last times I get to speak to her. So I just went over and kind of touched her foot or her arm and said, Deb, I'm here. And she was like, I was asleep. And I said, I know, but you asked me to come and I'm here and you're not going to sleep through my visit. So she, she just kind of smiled and it was a great interaction. It was a great last conversation for me to have with her. I did go back later right before she passed when she was not conscious, but I just needed to pray over her again and be there with her family. That was just something that I felt like I needed to do. So if you have any questions, if you want to talk to the angels, 301-429-9247. We only have a few more minutes left. So if it's something that you want to talk to your angels or you want a message from your angels, give me a call. Don't be shy. I don't bite. I would love to talk to you. So when you, let's talk about angel cards. As you can tell, I wasn't as prepared for this interaction as I normally am. I had 2 groups in Philadelphia yesterday. I went there on Sunday. Well, I guess it was, on Sunday. I drove there on Sunday, had 2 groups, and then I drove home yesterday. And I thought, you know what? I'm just going to let my guides guide me into what I need to talk about. So let's say you're thinking about choosing an angel card deck. There are so many decks that are out there. There are oracle cards, there are angel cards, there are tarot cards, and you'll know what you feel drawn to. So, when you walk into a shop, if you come to Hip Gypsy Emporium, we sell angel cards, we sell tarot decks, I've got oracle cards, so, as you're looking at them, pick the box up, read what it says, see how it feels. If it's one of those things where you pick it up and it's like, oh, this just doesn't seem right, put it down. It's just not right for you at the time. So when you get your angel card deck, what you want to do is you're going to be putting your intention in it. But other people have picked that deck up. So you want to make sure you're not picking up anybody else's energy that they may have left on it. So, and each book or each deck comes with a book and a guide. So you would want to put it in your non-predominant hand. I am right-handed, so I put it in my left hand. You just kind of knock it, and you're going to touch each and every card. And just say whatever comes to mind. For me, it's just that I want to pull the energies, the answers from the angels and from the universe that you want to give to me in the most loving way that I can understand. Sometimes I might say that I want them to come through loving and gently. But once you set your intention in your deck, you don't need to continue to set your intentions in them unless it's one of those things that you feel like someone has, maybe touched your deck or used your deck, or maybe, you pick it up and it just doesn't feel right. And then when you're shuffling the deck, you're keeping your question, your intention in mind. What are the things that you want me to learn today? What is something that you want me to, what do you want my mantra to be today? So as I'm doing that, my mantra would be, I am here for a reason. I am here for a reason. Every time I look in the mirror, every time I feel doubt on myself, I have to tell myself, I am here for a reason. God's not done with me yet. So if any way and anyhow I was thinking about leaving this earth too soon, or I'm thinking, oh my gosh, why am I even here? What am I even doing? Why do I even bother? Know that you're here for a reason. God will put people in your path. Some may challenge you because you need to learn a lesson. Some you may think, oh my gosh, I can't believe they didn't know this, because you needed to teach that person a lesson. People come into your life for a reason, for a season, or for life. And anyone who is a friend of mine will hear me say all of these things that I'm saying here quite often. You know, you just have to know I'm here for a reason, or there's a reason why this happened to me. If the reason why something is happening to you is because you're manifesting it, I had someone the other night, and I'm trying to think, I think she asked me if things were going to change for her son, because it seemed like no matter what he did, he couldn't get on his feet. Things were, people were constantly pulling the rug out from under him. So when we were having this conversation, I had said to her, you know what, he needs to change the way he's talking. So if he says, things never go right for me, he's telling the universe it's okay for things not to go right for you. If he says, oh my God, what's going to happen next? You know what? Something else is going to happen. No good ever comes to me. I don't have any luck. I can never get ahead. I can't afford that. I'll never get a good job. Do you find yourself saying these things? If you do, you're telling the universe, you're telling yourself, you're telling your spirit, you're critiquing and taking things away from yourself. So instead, you want to know that, okay, I'm here for a reason. I've been put in this position for a reason. Is this where I want to be in a couple days, weeks, months? No. How do I see myself? I see myself in a good job position. You know what? I'm going to ask for a good job position. So I'm going to ask the universe, I need you to put a good career in my path. Now, it's not just going to be presto bingo. You have to make an action plan for that. So start networking with people. Ask them, do you know of anybody that's hiring? Sending your resume out. Maybe look at your resume and change the way it looks. Visualize yourself getting in, I'll take it even further back. Thank you. Visualize yourself setting your alarm for 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock in the morning. Getting up in the morning, getting ready for work, having your breakfast, getting in your car, what you're wearing, driving to this job, smiling, feeling good about the job, getting to work, feeling appreciated, making a difference. Okay? That's setting your intention. That's manifesting what you want. And there's nothing wrong with manifesting what you want. God doesn't want you to be miserable. You think he put you on this earth to be miserable? We choose to be miserable sometimes because of what we say. I think it's the book of Job talks about the smallest muscle in the body can bring down the biggest man. Well, that's the tongue. Because of the things that we say to ourselves, to each other, the way you think about yourself. There were so many times years ago I'd be doing something and be like, oh my God, I'm so stupid. I can't do this. I just can't do it. I can't. You know what? I was right. I can't. I couldn't. Because I had already defeated myself by saying I can't. So when you change the way you talk, it changes your energy. It allows you to stretch the things that are around about you, and that helps you to move forward. When you see a spiritualist, when you see a shaman, when you see a medium, when you see a psychic, you're seeing them so that you can expand what your realm of possibilities are, right? The realms of possibilities. There are people who have struggled as a child, and had a very bad family life. Maybe they moved from here to here to here, and their parents were separated, and they were lived on the street for a little while. But that person grows up to learn, this is not what I want for my kids. Same scenario with another person. This is what they were taught. This is what they learned. This is all I know. This is who I am. They accept that. So what are you accepting? Are you accepting that you're okay right where you are? Or are you willing to challenge yourself to do something else? When we're small, we all have these big dreams of the things that we want to become. Did you lose that dream? Did you lose that childlike innocence within yourself? If you did, You need to find it again. And know that your dreams can come true. There's someone asked me a little while ago, what's the difference between a dream/goal and manifesting? Well, a dream is just a thought. A goal is an action plan. And manifesting is talking and receiving it as if it was already being put in your path. I know it's coming. I know it's coming. I can see it. I can feel it. I know it's coming. I know great things are coming for me. I know that this is going to happen. That's how you're manifesting it. You're seeing it. You're putting things in place for it. That would be the goal. The dream is the thought, the things that you want. And maybe your dream is to connect with your loved one in spirit. Maybe in your dreams you're already having visitations from your loved one. You need validation? Go see a medium. Give me a call. We'll sit down, we'll talk, and we'll bring spirit through for you. If it's one of those things where you're having problems with depression and anxiety, or just kind of not feeling like you are connected here. Some people feel like they're in this realm but in another realm, and that gives them anxiety. I've helped several people. I do mentor as well. I've helped several people work through anxiety and depression and feeling and being able to find their way. Here's the thing. You don't necessarily need a mentor. You need to do that inner journey, which I had with the last person, doing that inner journey, looking within yourself and allowing yourself to know, I'm in there. I got lost somehow, but I'm still there, and I need to find my way. So I thank each and every one of you for tuning in with me on Tuesdays. I would love to continue to have this be in a call-in show. Of course, in order for it to be a call-in show, you need to call in 301-429-9247. We just have about 3 minutes to go here. So I just, again, want to reiterate prayers to Tennessee, our friends and family there, and even those that we don't know. They're still our sisters and our brothers who, were woken up to devastation. Prayers and energy and healing to all of the emergency personnel that are there. When you start to think about everybody that's affected by something like that, it's business owners, it's homeowners, it's mothers and fathers and people who just went down to visit, and tourists, and then there's dogs and there's cats that who knows, and other types of animals that have been affected. So now that's your shelters that are being affected as well. I'm sure they need lots and lots of volunteers. If you're not able to volunteer, you know what you are able to do. You're able to look at this in love, send healing, send good vibrations, ask God, ask the universe to watch over and protect them, and allow them to rebuild and have that new beginning that they're going to need, and ask for it to be a smooth transition. A tornado going through is not a smooth transition. It shook everything up. But you can ask for things to be put in their path to help. So thank you, each and every one of you, for tuning in to me today. I so appreciate each and every one of you. I will be here next Tuesday as well, doing a live angel card reading, taking calls if you have particular questions about grief, about spirit. But as always, I pray that you all are living the life you love, and you're loving the life you live. If not, you're the only one that can change it. Make that change if you feel like you need to, and know that your loved one is just a whisper away. I'll talk to you next week. Peace out and have a good day. Bye-bye.